Good evening. I want to welcome you to our third installment of our periodic evening meditation and prayer series here in the Serenity Solarium at Ryan and Link's place. My name is the Reverend Ryan Fay. I am the minister for the pastoral charge called Merging Waters here on the West Island, which is Beaurepaire United Church and Union Church. And I welcome you to this time of meditation and invite you to find a quiet center here with me and with all of us together who are meditating this evening. I want to invite you to take a step out of the daily grind, away from the stress of the 24-hour news cycle and perhaps the stressors of life. It has not been easy for many of us, and so let us take a moment away from that to breathe and to feel our spiritual center. So I will invite you who have candles at home, if you can safely, to grab one. You can pause the video now and get it if you need to. And come back, and then we will join in lighting a candle together. We light this candle to acknowledge the light that exists in our world and in our hearts, the light that we share of love and compassion, of patience and kindness in all of our relationships. We let that light shine and reveal the divine embodied in the world. As that light continues to grow and to shine in our lives, let us find a comfortable space and spot to sit in. Make sure that your feet are firmly on the ground, the mother of us all, our earth. And try to keep your pose a little higher than normally you would sit. Like maybe stretch out, imagine you're stretching out your spine. I actually feel myself getting taller when I do this. And I'm pretty tall as it is, but it never hurts. But comfortable, but upright. And I'm going to invite us all to take a few breaths. It helps if you put your hand on your tummy. We don't want our shoulders breathing for us. We want our tummy to expand, not our shoulders to rise and fall. So let's gently take a breath through our nose. Let it out through our mouth. You may feel your fingers separate a little bit when you're breathing. That's okay. It's called belly breathing, and it helps for meditation. Now we want to breathe gently and as normally as possible. Keep your breathing at a normal rate. Being aware of the breath being that breath of life that fills us and sustains us. So we can keep breathing for a little bit, and as we breathe, I invite you to close your eyes. Be aware of the breath of life that moved on the waters at creation. Breathe life into the universe. You may rest your hands on your knees or the arms of your chair. Continue to breathe and be aware of your breath. And let's do a body scan as we breathe. Be aware of the tips of our scalp and the top of our head there. Just feel it, don't push it. Is there tension? Is it relaxed? You can wiggle your eyebrows and move your scalp a little, let it relax. Moving down in our body scan, let's be aware of the tips of our ears, our jaw. We can wiggle those a little bit. Help that to relax. Is there tension in your neck? Maybe just a little bit of gentle rocking of your head side to side gently, not far, not fast. Just gently. See if there's some tension in your neck. You can roll your neck a little bit, gently, slowly. If that hurts, don't do it. If it relaxes you a little, that's great. Let that relax. As we scan down through our shoulders and our upper back, be aware of tension that might be there, and we can let that release. Rise our shoulders a little bit and then drop them down gently. Just to let that relax. You can be aware of our lower backs and our posteriors. Is there tension in there? Can we flex our muscles and let that relax as we move our awareness into our thighs? Let that relax too. Flex those muscles a little bit, have them relaxed. Are there disquiet or discomfort in our knees or hips, moving down into our calves? You can wiggle your ankles and lift your feet a little bit from the ankle, from the heel there. Let that relax your muscles a little bit as you settle them back down. Flex your toes. Let them find a relaxed place. And in our body, having been scanned and relaxed a little bit, being more aware of our physical presence, our embodiment, let us return to an awareness of our breath. Breathing in through the nose and gently out through the mouth. Feeling that breath move in and out. Being aware of it as the life breath and breath of creation that comes from the divine and inspires us through this living spirit. As we breathe in and out, remembering our body scan, was there an area of your body that was uncomfortable or disquieted? Let your breath be envisioned as a stream of gentle light or energy that moves at your will. And as you breathe out towards that place. Let the breath be directed towards any sore spots or tension that remains. As the energy and light of your breath breathes into that place, let it help with relaxing, healing breaths, energy that flow into it. Allow yourself to gently feel the healing and the flow of that energy. As those parts of our body that relax give way to healing and quietness, there may be other areas of the body that remind us they're still there and also feeling a little tense. So we can breathe into those as well. Finding healing and gentle relaxation. As we take quiet breaths and breathe our healing into those areas, finding peace and quiet. We let the stress of the day breathe out healing into us. We breathe out the stress and breathe healing in and out of our bodies. Turning that stress into the light of life and healing. bodies relax. As you breathe, I invite you to open your eyes gently and continue to breathe. As we become more aware of being in the world as much as our embodiment, we are embodied in this world together. I would invite us into a prayer to close our time and end our day. This comes from a book called The Pattern of Our Days. It's a worship in the Celtic tradition from the Iona community, and it is edited by Kathy Galloway. It's a lovely resource. This prayer is called An Invocation for Lent, which is a great prayer for this time of year as we are in Lent, a time of self-exploration and relationship with God and community. And I would invite us into prayer. Into a dark world, a snowdrop comes, a blessing of hope and peace, carrying within it a green heart, symbol of God's renewing love. Come to inhabit our darkness, Lord Christ, for dark and light are alike to you. May nature's white candles of hope, the stars of the sacred dark sky, remind us of your birth and lighten our journey through Lent and beyond. Amen. Thank you for joining me in this time, and always remember to check out more of our time and resources for meditation and contemplation at mergingwaters.ca. Look forward to welcoming you for worship on Sunday as well at 10:30, and that is found on our worship webpage on the same site. God bless and good night.